Welcome, Cancer. This is your weekly focus for the week of July the 15th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Let's turn to your cards, Cancer, and see what they reveal for your upcoming week. So we will cut the cards. And our underlying energy, of course, is, look at that, we have the Strength card. You are strong. Okay, this is, I almost get this time of we are walking into a time to be strong in our spirituality. This is a strong self-love, loving others, having empathy for others, compassion for others, in almost a spiritual sense. You know, I don't get it as a loving sense. It's almost a spiritual sense. Like you care more about the people in your life from a spiritual perspective. Maybe you want angels to surround them. Maybe you want them to find God. Maybe you want them to understand that it's a higher self, or to know your universe a little bit better. And so this is a strength in you right now. This is, I'd be a little worried about any kind of scattered energy or impulsive decisions that I made this week, especially when it comes to spirituality, helping others in some way, paying it back in some way. Or yeah, we're gaining this strength, a spiritual strength, I think. And I don't think it's just for this week, because it is your energy for the entire week. So this is some kind of energy or theme that's coming in, and you're starting to understand it, or you're starting to become aware of it. Okay, well, let's go forward and see what else. First card, Ten of Pentacles, the Yes card appears. So what do you want? Okay, this is about abundance coming in, prosperity coming in, really what you are asking for to manifest in your life should make an appearance this week. It is your first card. Okay, so we're starting off with good things happening to us. So maybe you have a small windfall. Maybe money frees up somehow, or maybe you have some kind of legal issue that um, it turns out to your favor. Or maybe it's about shared money. It could be about shared money and how to utilize that shared money in new ways. You know, you can do very little when somebody gives you $10 a week, but if they save that $10 a week for 10 years and then gave you the money, you could do so much more with it. You know, it could be a down payment maybe for a house or a car or something of more value, right? So it's about, so when you bring pools of money together, right, and utilize them as one unit, sometimes, you know, this could be you're going for a loan and it's very successful. You could be going for a mortgage. um those kinds of things could be happening, absolutely. But whatever the transaction is, especially if it is something that will ground you in life, or if it's something that is of monumental worth, or your finances growing in some way, prosperity being enhanced in some way, this is the Yes card that says, yes, these things are very possible and doable this week in your world. And maybe that's where you're strong spiritually. You just have a knack for manifesting this week. You know how you have those little pockets where you can just manifest anything you want? Well, this could be one of those little pockets. Okay, let's make it a big pocket. Our next card is the King of Wands. I love the King of Wands. He doesn't rest on ceremony. He does what he wants to do with very little information, but the information he has is sound. He has investigated that much, and he's willing to adjust his plan on any part of his plan very rapidly if he sees something or hears something that changes the perspective of that. He doesn't keep going with it in hopes that, you know, maybe it'll pull through, but rather he goes to work to make the adjustments necessary for it to be the true success he saw it to be in his mind. He can take more risks than most, so this is a time, yeah, when there's a little bit more luck on your side, magic on your side to make things go in a certain direction for you. So yeah, it's like you got the horseshoe up, you know. Congratulations. A very lucky week for you in many cases. And then the Ace of Pentacles shows up. So this could be a new path forward in abundance and growing your abundance, your prosperity. Absolutely. This is a brand new path developing. So, I mean, so far we're doing really good here. You know, we know what we want to create. We're doing it with people. We're doing it with a spiritual connection almost here. So maybe we're meditating on it. Maybe we're getting messages in our dreams this week to allow us to see the potential of our tomorrow or what the next step might be. But we don't rest on ceremony here. We do what we have to do in the present moment, even if it isn't a fun job. You know what? I've got time. I can do it now. Get it out of the way. Let's get it done so I don't have to do it when the fun starts, kind of thing. And this new path is opening up, and maybe you see now how things will start to come together, or you know which way to walk. Let's go on. Supporting all this energy is the Eight of Pentacles. You're raising the bar on yourself, essentially. You're saying, you know what? I think I have the potential to do so much more. And I'm going to start showing up. I'm going to start giving it my, what I can do. I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm not going to put less than my best foot forward. I'm going to excel at what I do. I'm going to give it my focus, my attention, and And this card is kind of like a two-part thing where first we acknowledge, and this was a very big message a couple of weeks ago for us, is acknowledging our successes in the past, understanding just how wonderful we are, how talented we are, how many abilities we have, and the potential we truly have if we are honest with ourselves, that we can raise the bar on ourselves and we will still be very successful. We have room, wiggle room for growth, and we're going to take it. We're going to take a risk on us. Supporting this energy is the Four of Wands. Now, this is a marriage card, but I don't think we're all getting married, although it could be about growing partnerships. I think the supporting energy here is to celebrate all the little tiny victories rather than waiting for the big moment. I think last week in the dailies, I think it was, I was talking about the fireworks, right? When the fireworks start, the first boom, and everybody's, wow, wow, oh my gosh, that's amazing, yay, and the kids are laughing, and the dogs are barking, and everybody's showing their enthusiasm for that firework display, the first one, and each one after that, everyone's like, ooh, and on, look at that color, and wow, look at how it goes. Is that a heart? Oh my gosh, right? And oh my gosh, it's like the unending explosion coming out and out and out. It's just amazing. And then, of course, when it comes to the end of the fireworks and the grand finale happens, we all clap and we jump up and down, we yell encore, and we celebrate that moment as well. And so we have to kind of treat life like going to the fireworks. So the little firework that fell, and everybody went, oh, they're starting, yay. It's about celebrating even the smallest of details. Here we only have four wands in the ground right now. We've got a little bit of garland hanging up there. Okay. Oh, can you even see it? There we go. So it doesn't look like the castle, the empire we are building, but it's a start. And so we have to stop and celebrate with others, especially if we're doing it with others, especially if we have partnerships involved. And we usually do. We have somebody supporting us and loving us and believing in us, if nothing else. Okay, we start off the week with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords, we're worrying, we're fretting about the little things. We're not feeling safe in our decisions or what's coming around the corner. So, I mean, you kind of had a rotten weekend, or you had a rotten Friday and now, it's going to be Monday morning. So you're going into work like, oh, I can't believe it. And a lot of what we think of never happens. But what happens is we start to give people scripts, including our own. Our imagination starts assigning how the situation is going to go. Okay, so we are actually asking the energy to come in at that point without even realizing that we are manifesting a horrifying Monday, right? So, imagine yourself walking in, everybody's just quiet and they're looking at you, and then somebody comes up and shakes your hand and says, you know what? We all thought it, and you were brave enough to say it. Man, you are our hero. And they start clapping you on the back and cheering you on and stuff. Start imagining the positive in your life, because there is a huge amount of positive coming in your life this week, okay? And it's not going to help if you are lowering your energy, okay? Especially in the wee hours of the morning. Pull that security blanket over. Know that you are secure. Know that you are safe, because you've got your back, okay? They've got your back. As we leave the week, we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, we're dreaming it big now. Okay, look at that. Pentacle, Pentacle. Okay. and the card here, of course, the Ten of Pentacles. Don't forget that. So we have 3 Pentacles going in a row, going towards our work section. Absolutely. So there is prosperity to be had here. There could be new beginnings. It could be a new business out of your home. Okay, it could be something that is computer based. A lot of them are these days. Or you're making something in your garage and you're selling it, on the corner by your mailbox or something like that, whatever it might be. But this could be new business ideas, new ways to grow money, new ways to make money. Do not allow any kind of limitations to stand in your way here. Okay, as you leave the week, do not start to say, well, I couldn't do that because of this. You're not going to know how it's going to happen. You just have to see the end result and get excited about, what if I was successful enough to do this in my life? What would that look like if I reached that moment of success? Okay, don't worry how you're going to get there. There's a lot of fog in between us and our successes. So allow for there to be a big gray area in your life of how it's really going to happen. Let them be in charge of that, okay? Just get excited and ready for the opportunity. When we look at work and career, we have the Page of Cups. You're not the only one to get it there. So it's like dreaming it big. It's like dreaming it fairy tale like. But we have this card, the King of Wands, sitting here. So I would almost have to say that, well, first of all, if we're celebrating the little steps, like, oh, I got my resume out there. Oh, wow, I got a phone call. Oh, wow, I had an interview. Oh, wow, they hired me. Let's get to work. And you find out where you're working, and you're meeting the president the first day, or you're liking the atmosphere, and how do I grow to be president in that company? What do I have to do? Why not dream that big when you're there? And see the different steps that most take in order to grow who they are. Do they stay at the same company? Get to know these people. And dream it big, and do the work necessary. Think outside the box to start moving forward in new places, because I tell you, there is something here, this path of abundance that is opening up to you. This path of not just abundance, but prosperity, money, finances coming in, bringing in a betterment. You have pentacles all over the board here, right? We got pentacles, 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 pentacles. So, I mean, this is really a wonderful reading for you for finances, growing your finances, raising your expectations on you. It's your potential that you actually tap into, and doing the work, no matter how small the task, doing something actually promotes this new beginning to start. So it's time to dream of exactly where you want that dream to stop. And this is not a time, once again, to understand how you're going to get there. The ABCs of it. Okay, we have 2 cards here telling us, 2 pages actually, both telling us we're young, we're naive, and we've got all the time in the world, so let's just dream it big right now and see what doors open, see what adventures await, see what opportunities show up in your path. When it comes to our relationships, we've got the Page of Swords, a little bit of spontaneity, have some fun. Okay, it's almost like, okay, so I see wonderful, beautiful relationships here. So long as you cut out the worry and have the open conversation. If you're worried about something, then say it out loud. And you'll either hear them and understand, or you'll hear them and you're not going to like what you hear, and you'll be able to make decisions from that. But to just keep it within is not going to work, okay? This is about being a little spontaneous, I think, for you first and foremost. I think you are better off this week, actually, putting your energy into things like things like work, career, growing who you are as a person. I see a lot of success around you and people around you helping you with that success. But really, I see, and that's your first card here. There's people, spirit is all there working in your favor. So it is about that connection to spirit. Maybe you're raising your spirituality. And I think that just helps the flow of everything else here. So if you don't meditate on a regular basis, maybe it's time to start. If you don't journal on a regular basis, maybe it's time to start. Maybe you rarely get out in nature. Maybe it's time to start. Maybe you don't, whatever it might be, okay? Light a candle and sit there for 5 minutes with your thoughts. Maybe you should start doing that, and raising your spirituality in some way that is comfortable for you. Okay, whether you are reaching out to your higher self, the universe, God, your angels, that divine, beautiful energy. I got one more card. I was all ready to clean that up. The Four of Cups appears. Once again, the Four of Cups appears not in the same place, and this is a card that hasn't been around in a while. So the Four of Cups is really telling us to be grateful for the present moment, to step into the present moments, pay attention to the present moments and everything that we do have to work with in the here and now. And then watch the doors fly wide open for the beauty, the new path forward, to bring in prosperity, to bring in joy, happiness, a sense of, and that's when you will feel that safety and security. Okay. That is when you'll start to feel about I don't think you worry as much and it turns into maybe anticipation as you go forward. Anyways, until we meet again, remember, I do love you.